Welcome to the Bernalillo County Strategic Plan and Department Performance page. I'm going to walk through the web pages and show you what departments are doing to reinforce the strategic plan by looking at the strategic plan goals, department performance, and our three-step methodology in order to achieve those goals. On the web page, you'll see that there's the strategic plan document, which you can click on to download a PDF of the strategic plan. Before we get started, let's take a look at some of the terminology, like what is the strategic plan, what are performance measures, and what are objectives. The strategic plan is the tool used by the county to ensure we're doing the right things to meet the community's needs. Performance measures and objectives are how we track those needs. A performance measure is tied to department services and is something that's ongoing and measurable, while an objective is something short-term like a project with a beginning and an end date and action steps. Now that we've learned a little bit about the terminology, let's take a look at the strategic plan goals. There are 5 strategic plan goals at the county, and we're going to jump into the public safety goal. Each goal page is going to have an icon that represents the goal's name, and the goal statement. The public safety goal is trying to build a community where residents are safe from crime and injury. Within each one of these goals, there's subcategories like responding to emergencies or recruiting and retaining an optimal workforce, with some bullet points about performance measures and objectives that departments are following in order to achieve those goals. Within this page, you'll also see which departments are linking into the public safety goal, and below that, there's an interactive dashboard that shows you the trends of all the departments linking into the public safety goal. Another way to look at performance measures and objectives is drilling through the department and the division. We're going to take a look at the General Services Division and click on the Procurement and Business Services Department. Within the Procurement and Business Services Department page, you'll see a why do we exist, what do we do, prior year objectives, and a few other bits and pieces of information. Why do we exist is the mission statement. Looking at what do we do is the services by section. From there, you'll see the strategic plan goals legend, which highlights which strategic plan goal this department is aligning to. We're going to take a look at the purchase order process. Each performance measure and objective page is going to have a similar setup. You'll see the measure statement, the strategic plan goal and business strategy that it aligns to. It asks questions like, why is the measure important, or where does the data come from, and who to contact if you have questions. As you scroll through the page, you'll also see the trend analysis and the targets that this goal is trying to hit, as well as an interactive dashboard that shows you how the measure has been doing over time. The last part of the webpage that we want to take a look at is the Measuring What Matters section. This is our 3-step methodology that we go through departments to look at the Build Foundation, Develop Framework, and Analyze and Review Performance. We're going to take a look at Build Foundation. In this section, we look at why do we exist and what do we do, which is the mission statement and services. From there, we put those into a performance matrix that we use as a brainstorming tool to align those services and mission to upcoming projects and ongoing performance measures. The next phase in the process is the Develop Framework phase. Here we take the ideas gathered from the performance matrix and we build detailed performance measures and objectives with departments. Here we go through the similarities between objectives and performance measures. We look at some of their differences, and we walk through the instructions on how to build a performance measure or an objective. The last phase in the process is the Analyze and Review Performance page. We spend most of our time here as we meet with departments throughout the 2-year cycle. Here we talk about a few key things with regards to performance, like how are they working towards the business strategies, what's working, what's not working, and what can they do to improve performance. Thank you for taking the time to walk through the strategic plan and department performance pages with us. If you have additional questions, please feel free to contact us.